Hello everyone and welcome to the part 2 of our last minute mass producing Christmas card series. Today I have another very simple and sparkly card full of holiday colors for you. Today's card is going to be a very simple card which involves just one technique. We have lots of heat embossing to be done in today's card. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Before we begin with today's card making, let us take a look at the supplies that I will be using today. I'm using the same set of red, green and purple color cardstocks that I used in my previous video. Also, I will be using this Santa's Helper stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This stamp is part of my Simon Says Stamp December 2021 card kit. I will be using this cute little snowman with the elf and the Merry Christmas sentiment from this stamp set. Let's begin with our stamping. I'm using my stamping tool to mount the stamps. This tool is very useful when you plan on creating multiples of the same design. Since I'm going to be heat embossing using my VersMark ink, it is very important to prep our cardstock panel using the anti-static powder tool. I'm using the Tinsel gold embossing powder to add onto our stamped image. I like using this embossing powder over the normal detailed gold embossing powder because it gives a more sparkly look as compared to the detailed gold embossing powder. I used my flat paintbrush to remove any excess embossing powder that might be stuck onto the cardstock. Then I used my heat gun to melt the embossing powder. Next, I wanted to create some sort of a border for my panel. So I went ahead and decided to add the same sparkle embossing powder on the edges. I used my VersMark ink pad and dragged it over the edges of my card panel. Once I have inked up all the 4 edges, I will add the same Tinsel gold embossing powder on all the 4 edges. Here, instead of pouring the embossing powder over the edges, what I did was poured a generous amount of the embossing powder onto a white piece of paper and just dipped the inked edges into the powder. Then, as usual, I went ahead and heat fixed all the embossing powder. Since there was a lot of heat embossing that was done on this cardstock, there are chances that the cardstock might bend or warp a little due to the excess heat. All you need to do is keep the cardstock under something heavy. In this case, I kept it inside a book for a couple of minutes. After a couple of minutes under the book, my card panel is flat and ready to go onto a pre-folded card base. Here, I decided to add some dimension to my card and fix the card panel onto the card base using some foam adhesive. You could add some tone-on-tone coloring to your snowman or any other stamped image that you might have used, or, just like I did, leave the panel as is. Here's a look at the finished cards. Just like in my previous video, which I will link in the description box below, here I was able to create over 20 cards, but this time in just under 30 minutes. I stamped all of the images first and then together applied heat on all of them, which saved a lot of my time. Here's a look at the different colored cardstocks that I used to create all my cards today. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and got inspired. Do try this fun and easy technique to mass produce your cards. If you do not have access to heat or embossing folders, or any kind of other fancy tools, just go ahead and stamp a couple of images and add sentiments to create your beautiful cards. Thanks again for stopping by. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel. And if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks again for watching and have a good day. See you in my next video. Until then, stay safe and enjoy your holidays. Bye-bye.